Hi, it's Lisa, the Vice President of the Student Voice and Social Media Club here at LHS, and I'm here to introduce you to our next book, The Book That Almost Rhymed by Omar Abed and illustrated by Hatim Ali. This reading team is excited to share this book with you. Welcome Ms. Haley, one of our assistant principals, and Mr. Fiato, the head of Lowell High School, whom you may have heard of in his viral Week Ahead videos. Remember, in Lowell, books always win.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Haley, and I'm one of the assistant principals here at Lowell High School. I'm joined today by my friend,
Mike Fiato, and I'm the head of school at Lowell High School.
Today we're going to be reading The Book That Almost Rhymed, written by Omar Abed and illustrated by Hatim Ali. We really hope you like this book as much as we do.
The other day I wrote this book. You won't believe how long it took. It rhymed, and I was super proud. It sounded great when read aloud. But then my sister came along. And now the story sounds all wrong.
Better!
As I was saying, my sister took a crayon in hand and did something I cannot stand. She ruined every rhyming verse. And now my story sounds much
more magnificent.
As I was saying, I wrote a smooth and seamless story about a brave knight's quest for glory. He yearned for treasure all his own, and so he journeyed
alongside a fierce and friendly detective.
Fine. She tagged along to join the action, but mostly was a huge
A helpful new perspective.
Right. But they lost the treasure map. They searched for any trace or scrap. At least they knew just where to look and found it folded in
his pocket.
Of course. Finally, the knight could lead. They rode upon his noble
rocket.
But that doesn't make it whatever. They searched for treasure out in space, but never found the slightest trace. The crew stranded, empty-handed, returned to Earth, and safely
did a flip.
Yikes. The rocket spun with such commotion, then it crashed into the ocean. But our heroes stayed afloat and climbed aboard a passing
pirate ship.
Oh no! The deck they faced a frightful sight. The pirates were prepared to
dance!
Seriously?
Yeah.
So after the dance, the pirates offered them a lift and in return asked for a gift. With nothing else to trade on board, the knight gave up his gleaming
pants.
You can't be serious. Okay. So the knight wore borrowed pantaloons and they approached the sandy dunes. At last they reached the treasure chest, but something blocked them from their quest. The fiercest beast you could imagine, a ferocious, fire-breathing
armadillo.
You've got to be kidding me. The mighty monster drew a breath to spew a flaming plume of death, but the knight and the sleuth would not yield. They knelt behind his tiny
pillow.
Seriously? This makes no sense, guys. A pillow provides no defense. That's it. Did you see what I mean? You've ruined every rhyming scene. Knights carry shields, not fluffy pillows. Dragons breathe fire, not armadillos. And why would the knight trade his pants? Have you ever seen pirates dance? The boat was not a pirate ship, but that safely landed, skipped a flip. And knights ride noble steeds, not rockets. The map was not tucked in his pocket. He didn't want a new perspective. He had no need for the detective. Hang on. I see what's happening here. Your words did rhyme. This time it's clear.
I just wanted to sound like you, to rhyme and talk the way you do, to learn all of the words you know, and make mine go the way yours flow.
Look at that. At last I see you're a rhythmic, rhyming prodigy. In fact, when we work together, we make our story even better. But wait, there's still a problem left to solve. Our hero's fate is unresolved. They're trapped in quite a sticky spot.
Well, I have a wild thought. What if the knight tossed the pillow
To distract the armadillo and curled himself into a ball.
and crashed down into a mighty fall?
The heroes rolled the beast away. Then the brave detective tickled.
So the beast giggled and wiggled. And that was how they saved the day.
They grabbed the chest, undid the flags, and found inside,
More treasure maps!
well, it wasn't quite what I intended, but that was how our story...
Got started
Exactly! They grabbed a new map from the chest.
and set off on a brand new quest. I love this story. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Remember, in Lowell, books always win.